Greetings. Peace, y'all. Hi. Greetings. Come on in the room. I'm trying to light this charcoal. My charcoal's been having real crazy issues. Peace, beloveds. Hi. Hey, B. Hey, Yolanda. Jen. Who else we got? Charlene. That's the only thing about charcoals. I'll be having the most issues. What y'all been up to this weekend? How's everyone's weekend? Hey, see you creeping. Hey, boo. Hey, queen. How's your weekend been? How's your weekend? What did y'all get done? Did anybody get into this moon work? Who got into that moon work? Who set their intentions? You've been burning some. All right. Had some burning incidents. Oh, okay. Oh, Lord. Hey, Ray. Shell. Peace, beloveds. Weekend's been pretty good. Mine has been good. I ain't had no kids. Kind of, sort of. I did have kids, but I ain't really had kids. I dropped my kids off at my mama's at like 2 o'clock Saturday. And the day before, I had time. I'm preparing for some studies that I'm in. So I was taking some tests and yeah. It's pretty much, yeah. Had a relaxing weekend. We finished up the Goddess Awakening course. Gosh, what else happened? Some other stuff, some certifications came through that I was preparing for that no one probably knew about but my immediate family. But you don't know, you just present. Oh God. You like, I don't know how this weekend. Great, boo, I did. Yes, moon work. Figured out your human design. Yay. Thank you, light worker. We believe that all of us are going to having fun. Oh, birthday. Yes, birthday, boo. Somebody got a question in here. Let me see what it says. Deshaun, you always asking me some old crazy ass question. I'm just playing. Do you feel like you and your mate? That's a perfect topic. I'm gonna get into that. Deshaun, I'm gonna get into that. It's a perfect topic. I had a really great conversations about relationships today. I love this particular space that I'm in my journey. Chan, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. 677, peace. I really had a great. I love the people who are around me in this part of my journey. Okay, this part of my journey is such a beautiful space to be in because the people I'm surrounded by are like-minded. So I get into really amazing, thought-provoking conversations. The last live, I posted it that day. I can't remember. That was Friday morning when I was outside waiting on my mama to wake up. I had got into a live about a few different dynamics, and for whatever reason, my phone literally just cut off. It didn't save the live. It didn't, do nothing it was supposed to be doing that I normally do with my lives. But that's okay because I felt like whatever I had expressed during that live was for the people who were on there. And oddly enough, it was about 30, 40 of y'all on there that morning. But I felt like whoever caught it, that message was for them. I got into briefly describing what we need to do to stay balanced. You love my earrings. Thank you. I love these too. So I must have pulled these out for you because I wasn't even going to wear these today. So this was for you. This confirmation, that spirit sent this for you, baby. So when I think somebody asked specifically, and I don't know if anybody else remember, they asked, what can they do to remain balanced? What can they do to remain peace or to get in alignment? Might have been even the question. And one of the things that I talked about was one, knowledge of self. So like Me Lucky said, like, you know, pulling that human design chart, pulling your natal charts, understanding what those dynamics are, like understanding. Oh, look at Ashley. You say you detoxing. Understanding those dynamics. So now you can start to resolve and do the work. So when we get into those charts and we understand like, oh, you got Saturn in the 7th house, or you might have a Chiron in the 1st house or 7th house like me, or you got Chiron in the sign of Taurus. Now you understand what are your weaknesses. Let me not say that. What are your lessons that you are supposed to learn this lifetime around? So when we understand that these are lessons, so all of us come with gifts, we come with blessings, and we come with lessons. So when we come with gifts, those are the things that are supposed to help and assist us during this journey. So some of us are more intuitive than others. Some of us know how to tap into money more than others. Some of us know how to do different dynamics, okay? So when we come in, we're doing these different dynamics and we navigate in that part perfectly. But then you might have other parts of your chart that you're not. I'm going to use myself as an example. I have always been able to navigate career dynamics once I stepped into, even when I really wasn't stepping into fully who I am, I still was able to navigate how to make money. I always was very fortunate to always be able to get a job. And I wouldn't get like one job. I get like 2, 3 jobs. I always had the mindset to create businesses. So there was always a dynamic with me when it came to money to be able to live a very comfortable life. If I had any hardship, it was self-inflicted. Let's be clear. But I do have a Chiron in Taurus, which made me very humble. It made me very detached from material dynamics. And that's also, because I grew up in a family where I really didn't want for shit. Like, I didn't grow up in poverty. I grew up with a middle-class family that I'm the only child. My parents made sure that I had everything that I needed. It might not have been exactly what I wanted, but it was what I needed. So I didn't go without. So I think it gave me a different foundation to stand on. So when I was on my own, it wasn't like I was chasing money. I was able to just naturally allow my abundance to come to me. But my career always have looked a certain way, but my relationship life was looking like garbage. My relationship life has always been this roller coaster ride. It would be like, boom, all of a sudden I'm in a relationship and didn't nobody even know I was dating that person. And then boom, I'm all of a sudden out of that relationship. I was having so many different dynamics that was happening. And that was because I have a Chiron in the house of a relationship, which is the 7th house. So all my lessons, okay, all the things that I'm supposed to find, these profound insight and wisdom, comes through my relationships, not just intimate ones, personal ones, like friendships, parents, any relationship, children, okay, but specifically my intimate relationship. Until I started understanding astrology and understanding the different dynamics that make me who I am, okay? That's when I started understanding like, oh, Yeah. Okay. So I'm repeating the cycle. And until I master what that cycle is each time around, which is directly connected. I'm a Leo. I got heart chakra dynamics popping off. See how all of that's connecting? Look, I got to learn how to master this. I got to learn how to um, operate in a space where I'm making and requiring everyone, men and women, to rise to my level. Stop dumbing myself down. Stop making myself small to make everybody feel comfortable. There was so many dynamics that was happening, but once I saw my chart, okay, now I know. Oh, I need to move differently. I need to pay attention to this. Obviously, I need to sit my ass still and allow myself to heal and deal with whatever trauma I had been through, so I wasn't bringing this to my relationships. So Chiron is this asteroid, and so what it comes to teach you is normally your lifelong lesson. All right, it's the wounded healer. So wherever your Chiron is, normally that's the house that you're going to do this crazy pattern in your life. So if you didn't get along, like you got Chiron in the 11th house, normally that means that you don't play well with others. And until you learn how to use your network circle, until you learn how to play well with other people and really start to trust other people, because most of the time my people who got Chiron in the 11th house, 9 times out of 10, you're not that trusting of other people, or you're overly trusting of other people. 9 times out of 10, you are not using your network circle the way that you should for your success. Once you learn how to use your circle, and know, like, I got to get out. I can't stay in hermit mode. Once you learn that, and to me, that's an easy one. Okay. All right. But if you got Chiron in the first house, that means that you dealing with ego issues. Chiron in the second house, you dealing with material gain issues. Your perspective of money, or you might have had some sort of trauma, or you might have grew up in poverty or in lack. Okay. Chiron in the third house. Chiron in the third house is dealing with throat chakra dynamics, not necessarily just throat chakra, but communication, making sure that you master how to effectively communicate. If you have a Chiron in the third house, 9 times out of 10 people misunderstand you or take you the wrong way. Chiron in the fourth house, 9 times out of 10 you got issues with your mama. That's Chiron in the first house too, by the way. But you normally have issues with your mama. You have issues with your home environment. Okay. There's a couple of different dynamics, but it's normally like your home and your mother. Chiron in the fifth house is creativity and children. If you got Chiron in the fifth house, and even sometimes your perspective of other people, how you look at other people in relationships. Chiron in the sixth house is normally maybe sometimes dealing with your health. It's going to be dealing with your work ethics. So you might be a person who loses jobs a lot, okay? Or you might be a person that have a lot of health issues, or your work ethics might not be the best thing. You might always be getting in conflicts with employers. Chiron in the seventh house, I already talked about, that's relationships. So you might, all your profound lessons will come through your relationships. So you'll find yourself going through, most people with Chiron in the seventh house, y'all got a lot of damn relationships. Hey y'all, we a team. Chiron in the eighth house, issues with intimacy. All right. Normally Chiron in the eighth house is issues with intimacy. Normally you've had some sort of trauma that's dealing with intimacy. Chiron in the eighth house could be you don't get along with none of your in-laws, or you always in relationships and you don't like their mama. Okay. Or other people's money. It could be issues with other people's money. Chiron in the ninth house could be your perspective when it comes to spirituality, religion, your perspective when it comes to higher education, or traveling overseas. Chiron in the 10th house could be issues with your daddy. 9th house too. But 10th house could be issues with your daddy, issues with career opportunities, rising in the corporate ladder, knowing how to listen to authority. So issues with authority. Okay. Chiron in the 11th house, we already talked about, that's the network circle. And then Chiron in the 12th house, I've been having a lot of people pop up with that. Chiron in the 12th house is like the house of loss. So it's normally over your mental, it's your energy, the other world, the metaphysical world, traveling abroad, like really international traveling. There's a couple of dynamics that kind of come with that Chiron. But I always tell people, normally Chiron in the 12th house means you always you're overly giving of your time. You're overly giving of your money. There's something that you're overly giving or not getting enough of. So you're always in lack of something. So you have to master balance. Normally when you got 12th house Chiron, you got to master how to own your sense of peace. Okay, which kind of goes back into the initial statement, is understanding why it's important for you to stay balanced, to stay centered, and what tools and techniques that you need to incorporate in order for you to stay balanced and stay in alignment with what it is your individual needs are. Okay, so when we started talking about it before my phone cut off the other day, breathing. Breathing is so important. It's so connected to everything that you are on all levels, on just physical existence. If you can't breathe, you're not going to live. Okay. For your peace, from a spiritual perspective, it helps increase your power, your chi. Okay. So pay attention that when you are frustrated, when you are going through stuff, what are you connecting to in your breath? Are you in a space where when you are frustrated, are you still breathing shallow? Are you, realizing that you are tense? Be in a space, beloveds, that you be very intentional about your breath. Like to the point where I say it all the time that you're walking in meditation. You need to be so intentional about how you're breathing that you stay walking in meditation. Okay. Because that's what it is. It's connecting to breath, making sure that you're utilizing that diaphragm and filling that air up in your body and then letting it out. That is one of the main things that's going to keep you grounded. That's one of the main things that's going to keep you centered. It's one of the main things that will keep you in a very peaceful state, even when somebody is trying the hell out of you. All right. Another thing is making sure you're taking time to love on yourself. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You need to make sure that time is like your phone is cut off. You're not affected by anybody calling you. Ain't nobody texting you. Ain't no email notifications going off. That you are being very intentional on scheduling out a window of time that you really just talk to yourself. Love on yourself. Be with yourself. Read. Do whatever it is that you need to do in order for you to stay in alignment. Because if you don't, you're going to be looking around like I'm ready to punch everybody in the eye. I don't know. You might not be as violent as me. But be in a space that you are being real intentional on. I've taken Thursday. Every Thursday I'm going to the spa. I'm going to go sit at the park on a bench. I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do to make sure that this time is intentionally for me. I'm not nobody mama. I ain't nobody wife. I ain't nobody girlfriend. I ain't nobody daughter. I ain't nobody's nothing. I'm just me. Take that time. Because if you don't, you'll start to see where this empty cup dynamic starts playing a part of your life, where you're always pouring into people and not pouring back into yourself. And that's what we can't do. We're doing a disservice, not only to ourselves, but the people that are extension of us. Another great dynamic is create a regular spiritual routine. You got to have a regular spiritual routine. That it should be like a ritual every day. You should not skip your routine. There is no such thing as I don't have time to meditate. That's some bullshit, because if you can wash your ass, you can damn meditate. Okay? That means you can you in the shower, do you a shower meditation. You in the tub, you taking a spiritual bath. It becomes a spiritual bath now. Okay? Be intentional on setting that time aside so you are doing what it is that you're supposed to do for yourself. I am going to probably go into next year being an advocate for self-care. Like, to the point where y'all gonna get tired. You're gonna be like, every time I turn on, she talking about self-care, because you need it. You need it. What I am seeing, there is a lack of self-care. There is a lack of self-love. Okay? It's a lack. And because there's a lack, now we have created this domino effect. Because now we're not where we need to be. We're not operating fully in who we're supposed to be. Now our children are running amok, doing all kind of havoc. Okay? And then on top of that, your relationships are suffering because somebody not happy. Not just you, your mate is not happy. So that leads us into Deshaun asked me the question, will him and his mate get back together? I think that's, or let me see if it's still up. Will me and my woman reunite? My woman. First of all, you messed up because you said my woman. She's not your possession. Let's be clear. That's the first thing y'all got to let go. People are not your possessions. They're not. They're not. They're their own individual entity. They're a person that came to bless or give you a lesson, a divine lesson in your life. You need to identify, what did she come to do? Did she come to give you a lesson and show you a reflection of who you are so you can heal that part of who you are? Or did she come to be a part of your journey as a soul mate, help mate, partner, whatever you want to call it? You got to identify that, and identify it from a genuine space. Okay? Identify it from a genuine space. Like, to the point of, okay, is this an attachment or an agreement, or me fulfilling a void that I'm feeling? Or is this somebody that really is a part of who I am, that really is a part of my journey? Because a lot of times y'all picking mates that's like y'all brokenness. We talked about this earlier today. Like, you picking mates that are a reflection of what's broken inside of you, number one. But also this very flesh-driven, earth-driven need. Okay? They are not your divine counterpart. And you got to be really honest. I honestly feel like most women, we are picking mates that are not our divine partners. We are picking mates because they fulfill a need at that moment in time. Or we are tired of being by ourselves, because of a lot of women that I see and that I've come in contact with and that I counsel, 9 times out of 10, y'all haven't did the work to operate in a space that you're walking this journey from a very whole, healed place. That you allowed the universe to show you truly who your mate is. And then, y'all know how I got on to the manifestation. Like, you manifesting this man that you're not really prepared for. You manifesting a mate that you're not prepared for. You're saying that I want this type of relationship and I want him to be praying and meditating and eating alkaline and, doing all of this, dynamics that make him a god or a king or whatever the case may be, or a divine being. And you not consistent at doing that yourself. You ain't out there meditating at your altar every day, but you mad because he not. You just got on your damn journey, but you expecting the mate that you attract to be fully in his journey. I'm just saying, like, be very honest and be very truthful on where you are at in your own healing dynamic. It's so many times last year I used to get readings and people be like, well, do you see my man anywhere in there? Do you see your healing anywhere in there? That's what I be wanting to say. If you don't see your healing, I just read your whole cards, and your card said that you need to focus on you and getting your shit together. Focus on you and your shit. And the thing that you asking me is about a man. Where's your man coming? No, you focused on the wrong shit. That's why he ain't coming, because you still focused on the wrong shit. You got to focus on you. You got to focus on what is going to create the vibration and the energy that's even going to attract the type of mate that you want. So, Deshaun, you got to ask yourself, are you even in the place that you need to be? I'm going to tell you no, because you came on my live twice asking about this same woman. Your intuitive self should have already gave you the answer. If she still ain't with you, you might have done pissed off. She might not be coming back. And if she coming back, is she coming back for the right reasons? Sometimes we also got to be understanding that the universe is moving people out of our way for a reason. And y'all keep fucking up by bringing them back in your life. No, I just moved. You told me to make your path clear. You told me to make you, in alignment with what is for you. And you keep allowing the same craziness to come back in your life. I just moved that. Stop it. Hi, Khalil. Peace. So be in a space, y'all, that like you are being very intentional with what you're creating vibration wise. What is the vibration that you're creating? Steph, you stupid. Okay. What is the vibration that you're creating? And is that vibration even in alignment with who you would want to be with? Quit making agreements with just shit that don't make no damn sense. Ask yourself, like, are the hesitations and the reservations that I'm still having about relationships coming from a healed space? Is that coming from a healed space? And then get out of the mindset that this shit gonna be easy peasy. It ain't. It's not. Okay? It requires work. Sometimes I feel like us microwave generation children, we got to understand the one thing I can say about the generations before us. They were very dedicated, loyal, and consistent in making their relationship work. Even if some of them should have ran their ass far, far away from their mates. Okay, so I'm not telling y'all to stay in nothing toxic or nothing dysfunctional, but you have to be very mindful of several different dynamics, beloved. You need to be mindful of your circle of influence. Okay, who's around you? Who's your team around you? Are they speaking life into your relationship, or are they speaking death into your relationship? Are they adding on and coming up with solutions for you to try? Or are they, wanting you to be a part of their pity party? They want you to be in the same crew they in. Okay? So be very mindful of your circle of influence. Are they the type of people that will help you grow as a unit? All right. The other dynamic that y'all need to pay attention to is, what is this person a reflection of? Okay. If you having issues with, your mate, like my mate know I always put our shit out on blast. Like, yo, it's stuff that like he would trigger the hell out of me. My whole eye, my right eye be throbbing all the time. I be like, oh my God. Y'all sure? Like, y'all keep saying this is my divine partner, but I don't know, because he is making my whole eye hurt. I want to chop him in the throat. He swear that my higher self tried to suffocate him one night in the sleep. I didn't do it. I didn't do it for real, so don't be walking around thinking I done tried to, suffocate my mate with a pillow. I didn't. It wasn't me. But when he was triggering me, it was showing me things that I needed to heal within myself. Okay? When those triggers were happening, I was like, okay, why is this bothering me so much? Why is this shit like making me want to choke the hell out of him? Why? Why, Craig? But it was actually showing me certain dynamics. And then it didn't help to have so many different moving parts. Both me and him got that spirit of going 0 to 100. So we both went 0 to 100 real quick. We had an instant family. You didn't even have to add water to that shit. We was just like, boom, okay, boom. We live in family, whole Brady Bunch tribe, the whole nine. And had to take a crash course in everything, even though I had all the tools. All my tools was like, look, take your time, be still, be patient. Ain't neither one of y'all ready to be in a relationship. I just heard he ain't ready to be in a relationship. No, neither one of y'all asses is ready to be in a relationship. You still got growing to do. You still got healing to do. You still got stuff that you haven't unpacked. So just be still. Listen. Okay? Listen. And then it was like when he did come and start triggering these things in me, I was like, oh shit, I thought I unpacked that suitcase. I was still holding on to it. It was still in my closet. Oh, let me get that out. That's the good part about me. I'll be like, oh, let me get that out so I can fix that. We ain't taking that one. Throw that shit away. Throw it, the whole bag away. All right? And vice versa. I done triggered the hell out of him. And then you go to a whole nother level, because then we get Asia come in the picture, and she done damn enlightened us to our damn human design. And I'm sitting there like, throw the whole family away. I don't want none of that. I quit. I was like going around for like at least a week, like trying to process, like, this shit ain't gonna work. Like, I don't want none of them. Me and the baby gonna run away. I've been plotting. I was plotting. I was like, me and the baby gonna run away. We leaving all their asses at the house. We ain't coming back. So then it was like, okay, now I'm back to normal. I'm back, because of her. And this is why you got to pay attention to universe. That's my third one. Universal messages and signs. Pay attention. Because the universe will send you people and messages and mentors and the things that you need to cultivate the solution. Okay? I promise you, if it wasn't for what was happening in this particular phase of my life, I'm not gonna lie, me and AJ probably would not be together. I promise you we wouldn't. I promise y'all would have seen me put up a post like, fuck these. Okay, I wasn't gonna say all of that. But y'all would have seen me being like, okay, I'm single again, y'all. I'm out here single and free. I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm gonna just be the oracle. I'm gonna be the oracle. Fuck all of this. It's me and the baby. You're gonna be like, where are all the other kids? I don't know. Drop their asses off somewhere. But it was certain people who came in and spoke life into us. Baba G didn't even know. He spoke life into us. There was things that he saw in us that reconfirmed exactly what it is that we needed to hear at that moment in time. It was another elder spoke life into us. They could see the energy around us and the ancestors that was behind us that's pushing us to go forward. We got all of that. We had so many different other dynamics that came in and started coming into play. And then boom, all of a sudden, I meet her with the damn human design. And I'm like, I already had an overall perspective, but then she comes in and start breaking all of this shit down. And I'm sitting here like, oh, that's why, because I've been saying like since day one with my relationship, like, you the only man that I ever in my whole life be feeling like if I was a boy, I would fight you. Like, for real. Like, he was the only one that would pull that type of energy. I'm all meeting him for the first time on some love and light shit. I'm zen. I got singing bowls and shit. No. I'm going to hit you with the singing bowl. That's what the energy would go to. It's like, we love and light, and now I'm about to whoop your ass with this damn mallet. So I didn't understand what was happening until she broke it down that there were certain energies that would connect with mine, and boom, now I'm hijacked, and I'm the super emotional one. I'm taking on certain personas and energies that he had that I was just like, whew. Oh, now that, so when she gave me that insight, I was like, okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't. I knew this roller coaster was like, okay, now I get it. So it helped me understand, okay, now I gotta stay centered. I gotta stay centered. I gotta stay at peace. I gotta stay in a space that's in alignment so we can make what everyone else is seeing in us come to fruition. Because the picture, and that's something that me and him made an agreement with from the beginning. The picture is bigger than us. We got so many things that are dependent on our success. Not just our own inner home and our household, but there's so many dynamics that help beyond our household. So this shit bigger than us. So as much as I be wanting to run away, my ass still here. Okay? And it took really me getting all these tools. Okay? I already know how to do this. I know I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning and take my ass and meditate. Do my prayer work. Talk to my ancestors. Do some singing bowl work. Some sound healing. Pull some cards. So I can stay in alignment. So I can stay very grounded in what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. Okay? Very clear on what am I doing? What is my role? I'm very clear that my role is to facilitate a certain dynamic, not only in my home, but for the community. So when we are talking about relationships, I think I even said it on that particular live. I was like, 2 people spoke life that around that time and within that 24 hours. That's why I say pay attention to signs and messages. I had attended a live with a Zoom call with Queen Esther, and she spoke about the importance of us being the timekeepers. Okay? Because we naturally are in sync with the moon. The real moon, not the fake moon. The real moon. Okay? So, that gives you, is so many things that she gave me as far as just being a woman and what our role is and our purpose and how we are very intentional to the survival of our families. Okay? It's intentional. It's purpose. And then that morning, I wake up and so happened Kateria had a live, and I think her shit was an old one. It wasn't even a new one. And she was talking about how you can have the recipe. You can have the recipe. You can have all the ingredients to make this bomb ass sweet potato pie. All right. But you could still go in there and make some mush. Your pie is nasty as hell. It ain't cooked in the middle. It ain't firm. None of that. The shit nasty. But you had all the ingredients. You got all the stuff. You got all the tools. But you're not applying. You don't know how to use them. You ain't paying attention to measurement. You just throwing some shit together and then wanting it to come out like, da-da. No, it don't work like that. Same thing with relationships. You can have the perfect man in your corner or the perfect mate in your corner. But if you are not utilizing your tools, your resources, and the dynamics that are around you to make sure that y'all actualize what you're supposed to be, that shit gonna be garbage. You gonna want to throw the whole man away, the whole mate away, whatever. You gotta be intentional on making sure you, and I know women, I know we do so much. They got us out here doing so much. We having kids and shit, cleaning up, cooking, working, doing like a million things. And now on top of that, you telling me that the survival of my family is based on me? Yes, beloved. That's why you a goddess. It is. It's based on you. You are the healer. You are the master healer. Even if you're not calling yourself that. Yes, learn some Reiki so you can heal your family. Yes, learn herbalism so you can make sure that your babies and your man is good if they get sick, so nobody can get sick. Okay? Learn everything that is that you need to create this utopia. Your heaven is dependent on you. If you are a goddess, then you create your environment. And if our environment is supposed to be heaven, damn it, you can't be mad that you got this responsibility. If you don't want that responsibility, don't be a goddess then. I'm just saying. Y'all can go do some mediocre regular shit. And then allow the universe to drag your ass, because that's what's going to happen. Now you become subject to everything and everyone around you, instead of you being able to create and control your own dynamic. So this is a great time for me to segue to bring in Asia and the whole why we having the human design chart. Like, I promise y'all, us giving you, I don't do these workshops just to be doing them. I'm not her. I'm not going to give you nothing that you don't need. If y'all pay attention, I'm not going to sell no products. I don't even be pushing products. I got products on my website, and I swear I don't even remember the last time I posted that I even sell like t-shirts and hoodies and books and oracle cards. Florida water. I'm not going to sell you nothing that you don't need. So when I come up with these workshops, or I run across divine beings and spirits like her, I really am doing this for the betterment of you. Okay? I promise you. So this particular workshop is going to give you an understanding of the human design. It's going to help you navigate what your true purpose is, okay? It's going to give you at least an understanding of what that is. So now you can start creating a plan. The reason that I wanted to get these workshops in before next year comes into play is because I need y'all to put a plan together. I need y'all to stop going into the years haphazardly and just doing some happenstance shit. This is not how we operating in 2021. It's really a different year, but we ain't gonna go into that. I'm gonna leave that alone too. All right. But we're not going into another year free balling. That I can't with y'all. I need for us to be intentional. I'm going to make sure that I facilitate something for the winter solstice. I know she will be having a couple of different workshops that come into play. I'm going to be being very still and listening to spirit on what I need to cultivate for next year for y'all. If y'all have any suggestions, you are welcome to inbox me. But everything that I do is intentional for your growth. If you have spoken to any of my babies that have taken my classes before, they know that I'm very genuine on what I do. So I'm not going to tell y'all some shit that don't work. I promise you I'm not. I'm not getting ready to tell you on some shit that don't work. I can tell you just from, I've been dealing with a little bit of the human design and the natal charts, and I've been on this journey for 20 years, but a week with her has completely changed my whole perspective on how I needed to set up my life, how I need to move and operate, not only within my home, but when it comes to what I do. This is a key to your success. It's a major key. I really, really don't even feel like we charging enough for this particular class. But at the end of the day, it ain't even about that. I know that y'all are going to get what you need to get, and it's going to change the game for you next year. All right. So I'm going to let her come on here, and then I might jump back on here because somebody wanted me to pull a card. So I'm going to probably pull a spread for what this week is going to be. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to go down. Okay.
All right. Hey, everyone. Hi. So the workshop that we have coming up this week is going to be a introduction to understanding how the system that we live in is set up. So I'm going to explain what I like to call this matrix as a closed system. And once you understand and get the visual from a human design perspective of how the system is set up, then once you look at your human design chart, you'll see what your position is within this closed system that we're all operating in. So once you understand, because, okay, a lot of people are in positions to where they feel confused, they feel in conflict, they don't know what to do, they don't know why things aren't working for them. And all of it has to do with underneath everything. It has to do with the fact that you don't understand the program that you're in. You don't understand the operating system, the matrix, whatever you want to call it. You don't understand how that operates. So once you understand the system, then you see how you're programmed to operate within the system. And once you see that, then you understand how to navigate better. You can actually feel the changes take place in your body. You can feel the awareness unlock because it's already there. You're programmed to operate within this place called Earth, within this solar system, all of these planets. Everything is very specific. And even though it looks like chaos and confusion at times, it's very structured underneath what it appears to be on the surface. So I'm real excited about this first class because I like to, when I do workshops, I like to start people off with this, which I don't usually do in my readings. But when I'm able to do the workshops and I start with this particular information, I notice that the people that take the workshops, they're able to go to a different level much more quickly when it comes to understanding how their actual blueprint is laid out. So, yeah.
She's like, yeah. What somebody had asked me about, let me see if I can go back. Okay, you just explained that so good. Somebody else asked about the human design. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody I remember earlier had asked about the human design concept. Once again, just kind of like briefly go over like what is this human design chart, like the charts that they have to pull.
Okay, so for the whoever asked the question, I'm not sure if you ever heard of human design or if you've seen a blueprint and you don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think she saw the blueprint and didn't know what it meant.
Oh, okay. So the human design blueprint breaks down the mechanics of how you're designed to operate based on it uses multiple systems, but astrology is definitely one of them. So you generate your blueprint based on your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth, and it gives you the layout of how you're designed, how your mind is designed to operate, and how your body is designed to operate, and you're able to see that within the unit called you. And that's what the blueprint is. It's showing the different activations of your mind and your body and how that comes together as one unit. So human design is really about getting in tune with how your body is designed to move within the system, because built into our bodies is the intelligence that's wired to the planet. So when you understand what your type is, for instance, whether you're a generator, a projector, manifestor, or reflector, then you'll learn how your aura operates. And how your aura operates is going to determine, of course, your type, but it's going to determine how you move and how you're designed to enter into situations. So once you learn how to enter into situations correctly, then you'll see how the results can be much more beneficial than when you're operating outside of how you're genetically wired. So,
yeah, so that'll definitely, all the other stuff, that's what that whole first class is about. So that first class is like really getting ready to break down some of that information so you'll understand what the human design even is about and how you're supposed to utilize it. The other thing that I've been telling everybody is that you definitely want to get a one-on-one consult, because that's going to break down your individual chart. And your individual chart is the information that you need the most. It don't need to be, okay, you learning all this basic information and then you're not really even understanding your own dynamic. So getting that chart for yourself, and she does the blueprint for free, but then you pay for a consultation. Am I right?
Yes, that's
okay.
Right.
So explain that part for them. So what would they do if they come to your website and they need your service so they can understand?
All right, so you can go to freeyourmindtoshine.com, and there is a on the menu you'll see free blueprint, and you can actually fill out your information, and I will get that information, and then I'll be able to generate your chart and send that to you for free. If you find that you are interested in getting a actual reading, I start everyone with a consultation, because in the consultation, what I do, I like to ask people questions to understand where they're at this particular time in their life and what's most important for them to know and what areas they want the human design reading to focus on. So instead of me just making an assumption, like if a person just gets a reading, I may go into details about things, but they may have specific questions, excuse me, that they wanted answered. So the consultation helps us together. We lay out the topics and the questions that are going to be addressed and focused on within the actual reading. And another thing that I never mentioned is that once a person gets a consultation or a reading, I have the free human design folder, which only comes with the blueprint. But once a person actually pays for a reading, I actually have a human design deluxe folder. And that comes with a whole lot of information that I don't give out for free. But, you know, for people that are making the investment, I make sure that I pack your human design folder with a lot of information that you can use. That's not just human design information. I use secret language information. I use Mayan sign information. I use destiny card information and natal chart information. So you get a whole lot more, so that as you're moving in your journey from learning more about the human design, you can use these other tools as well that correspond with that information.
So when y'all get all of this information, don't try to throw your family away. It's okay. You can work it out. So then you can do, I know she could create strategies or help you with strategies, so you don't have to throw your family away.
Right. Don't throw the family away. I do partnership charts as well, and I do specific readings that are for partners, families, any type of 2 or more people group unit. I do readings for that. So partnership charts are also available on the website. When you go on the website, you'll see the form to fill out for an individual blueprint. And then underneath that form is a form to fill out a partnership blueprint, where you'll put the information for person 1 and person 2. And then once I get that information, I will actually generate the partnership chart, which is literally 2 charts in one that shows the dynamics of that particular partnership. And it can be any 2 people. So it can be you and your child, you and your partner. It can be you and your boss, you and an ex. Any 2 people. I can put them together and show the partnership dynamics. And that's very helpful when it comes to people who feel that they have been damaged from past relationships, or if you have a troubling relationship with your children. You may have a child or certain children that don't listen to you very well, or, you know, it's something wrong with the communication. All of that can be seen in the blueprint, and I break that down so that people can understand how to change the communication, how to change the whole dynamic of the household and how you interact with people, so that you can get more out of how a person is wired to operate. Because, for instance, if you have a projector child and you're having issues with getting your projector child to respond to you in the way that is harmonious, utilize their strategy of their design to be recognized and invited. So instead of maybe putting demands on them or expecting them to operate as a generator, start talking to them and acknowledging that they are a projector, and you'll notice that they respond differently, that you'll get more out of them. So everything within us, I call these bodies just flesh and blood machines. We're all just machines that are genetically wired to operate in very specific ways. And when you know that, it makes it a whole lot easier when it comes to navigation, building relationships, having better harmony, and everything that comes with that.
So, I think that was, okay, Keish, you should get an email tomorrow. It will give you the link to the Zoom, the time, and all of that, all the information and what you would need, which is pretty much just a notebook, and an open mind. And you know me, a bottle of water. You need a bottle of water to do the class.
And a snack.
It's going to be 2 parts. So you'll have the first part this week, and then the second part is
the week after next.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have time to digest this first group of information. Mm-hmm. So you can go and see how does this apply to what you're doing, and then go to the second class. So it'll be a 2-part class. All right. It's what website you went to? Okay, it's like I can't tell what your name is, but the class is on thehealingchamber.org, or it's on sheismagic.com.
Yes, the classes are not on freeyourmindtoshine.com, only the human design charts, and if you want to sign up for a consultation or reading.
Right. So if you need a individual reading, and I suggest all of y'all asses get one. If you ain't got one already, I'm telling y'all, it's going to change and save your whole life. You're going to realize like, oh, I was not doing what the hell I was supposed to be doing. Okay. You need to book a consult, go ahead and get your chart, and then see what's the next thing, what's the next phase, whatever y'all end up working out. The workshop is on my website, so you can just go to my website, click the button. It's a registration fee, so boom, click that, and then like I said, between tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening, okay, that's when you go do it. She says she wants one. She on your website now. That's right. So if you are confused, just go on there, DM her. Put my human design. Okay.
Somebody said they had to search for something. They have to search for it, then it pops up.
They talking about in my website for the class.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
Yeah. It should be on the front. I'll move it to the front page today, so it'll be easier. Okay. They just did one. Okay. I got you. You say you don't want to throw your whole husband away. No, don't throw the whole man away. Don't throw him away. Okay, and then, like I said, y'all gotta remember that, we got a lot going on retrograde-wise. So, Chiron is in retrograde, so I had to remember that even when she gave me my chart, and I was about to throw mine away. I was throwing my whole situation, family and all, the house, everybody was going in the trash. When I realized I got Chiron in retrograde, what is that going to bring up? House of relationship issues. So pay attention. All the planets is in retrograde except for 3, and Mercury about to go in retrograde. So y'all already know that's another reason why I'm not doing shit digital in a minute. I'm just saying. So be very mindful of what's going on in the whole dynamic. There's a whole lot going on right now. So you need to be mindful of what's going on and how is this triggering you. Your whole throat chakra might be about to close up because Mars in retrograde. I'm just saying. Pay attention. That's communication. That's war. You're just going to be at war with everybody. Walking around just mad. What is the second part about? What is the second part of the class about?
We'll do a live on that.
Okay, so we'll do a live on that one before the actual class come into play. All right. Yay, y'all got some of my babies out, and I love the ones of y'all. Like, I promise y'all, if y'all talk to the ones who've been consistent in taking workshops with me, you'll see they can tell y'all what type of change has been produced. I can only, say it once or twice. I can only give y'all the option and the opportunity to do it. It's on you to actually do the work, though. So, okay, so let's get into this reading because I got to make sure my babies go wash their behind before, they be trying to take short showers. The first card that came out, so this is the reading for the week, was the Yay card. So being mindful of everything new, okay? New dynamics, a new look, a new perspective on life, and what you are creating. So this is a great week for you to be artsy or creative or get into things that you really love to do from a creative perspective. Some of y'all might be creating some babies. I'm just saying. Be that love-hate relationship. Make sure that you really love that person before you create a child, okay? Trigger. So there's going to be some dynamics that might rise this week that will trigger you from the past. As they're triggering you from the past, you need to make sure that you're looking at, what do I need to resolve? Not respond, not react. What do I need to resolve? How do I create a solution that is going to fix whatever is triggering me? Okay, so this could be people, places, and things specifically dealing with your past. Once you recognize that, now we need to create a plan because we're at the crossroads. We got to make a choice. Are we going to stay in that old energy? that don't serve us no more? Or are we going to make a choice to move forward? Are we going to make a choice to actually stand in our higher self? You are stronger than you know is coming up as well. The strength card. That means everything that you've endured, all the dynamics that happened in the past that came before this moment in time, it prepared you for this next season. Okay? It's preparing you. You are stronger than you are allowing yourself to be. You have all the tools right there in your toolbox. Pull the mugs out. Quit acting like y'all not prepared. If you do this at the end of the week, and what your outcome will be is my favorite baby, Aya Earth. And that's like, you're going to come through like shining, unbothered, on your throne. Money good. Emotionally you good. Mentally you good. Spiritually you good. But you got to do the work. Okay, identify what are the triggers. Identify what you haven't resolved from your past. I suggest you do that before shit hit the fan. I suggest that you do that first. Okay, do that first. Don't put yourself in a position that y'all done let the shit hit the fan and now you ain't got no choice but to do the work. All right, so that's the collective reading. I'm going to do okay, reading real quick. I'll do your reading while we on here. You wanting to be free. That's a typical projective response right there. We want to be free. All right. Everything's like, escape, run away. Okay. So, okay, the first card is the freedom card, and that's all about wanting to be free, wanting to be liberated. So, that's the energy for your reading right now, is that you want to be free and liberated in everything that you do. It's going to require for you to isolate yourself. It's going to require for you to get in a space of solitude, the Hermit card, being very focused and intentional on what is it that you see for your destination. If you are not being focused and intentional on what your real destination is, this is what's triggering you. This is what's going to, have you not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's not going to be in alignment. Okay. So you got to be in the space that you specifically focus on. This is the direction I'm going. I got to, create my blinders and my blocks on anybody else that's around me or in the way. Now, in the middle, in the present situation, you had the Shaman card come up and the Star card. And what that means is that it's time for you to tighten up. Spiritually, you need to tighten up. You need to get back into whatever your rituals, your routine, and your spiritual practice is, because that's going to produce hope. That's going to give you the wisdom or the insight or that relief that you are needing in order for you to be free, in order for you to be liberated and move accordingly. You need to also talk to your ancestors. Your spirit guides are like, hey, we are around you. We covering you. Okay. And so it's going to be through your spiritual practices that you're going to tighten up and realize that they walking with you. They've been walking with you this whole time. You can't do this shit by yourself. Quit thinking that you can operate without the help of them. You're not moving accordingly. You know how important it is for us to talk to our spirit squad so they can direct you. So do your due diligence. Yeah. Now, visualization is going to be key during this next particular part of your season. You got visualization and gratitude showing up. Being in a space that you see and exactly how you want your life to turn out. What is it that you're creating? Be very clear about and we talked about this. Be very clear about what that picture looks like. Because if you're clear about what it looks like, now I can see it. Now I see myself opening the business up for you to sell your products. Or you see yourself doing certain dynamics. You see yourself smiling, laughing, and being free, flying like an eagle, instead of being overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated. But you got to create, what does that look like for you? How do you need to create the environment that's going to be conducive for you? And I already told you, you're a projector, so you just like me. Another reason why you need to talk to her, because you're going to have to require something totally different than anybody else. Be grateful for everything that has happened before now. Understand everything happened for a reason, but more importantly, operate in gratitude moving forward. Know that because you got your spirit squad and you have reconnected spiritually to what you needed to reconnect to, they are going to manifest exactly what it is that you need. Go ahead and do your praise dance now. Show your gratitude now, so you can already bring that on in. You already know what's happening. It's already done. We already done touched and agreed on it. All right. Got my affirmations with my mirror. Oh, okay. Yes. Affirmation. All right. How do you know I haven't been doing altar work? How did I know? I don't know. I didn't know. But all of y'all need to get your asses to the altar. I don't know if I'm supposed to use ass and altar in the same sentence, but that's what you need to do. Stop playing games, I say. Stop playing games. Quit being in a space that y'all are wanting these magical lives, but y'all don't want to put the work in. That shit don't make no sense to me. It don't. Be like, I don't know why my life falling apart. You ain't even sat down and talked to your grandma. The hell? Your whole squad over there like, we tried to send you a message. We sent you a feather. We sent you a feather. Your ass didn't listen. Oh, okay. Steph, I'm only pulling one card. Be consistent. Yeah, absolutely. Outlaw. Be consistent. I'm right now. I gotta clean my altar off. It's looking dusty. Ooh, okay, Steph, you got Baba Earth. So you gotta pay attention to like who's coming in your life to create stability and a foundation for you, or how are you operating right now with the opportunities that's being presented, where it's going to actually provide everything that you need in this earthly realm. Okay. So it's either an opportunity or somebody that's coming into your life real soon that's going to create stability. You're going to have to make some choices too, though. You got some choices to make. You got a crossroad card. That crossroad might mean something else too, though. All right. This brown skin magic say, me too. The Magician. You have the ability to create whatever life you want. Okay? You have the ability to create whatever life you want. Whatever the cards that have been given to you, you have the power to play that hand differently. How are you choosing to play your hand? Are you choosing to like be like, I'ma just fold? Or are you gonna play the best damn hand you got? All right. Ashe. All right. I love you. Have I done a video about how to create an altar? I did a long time ago. I might do one. That might be something. I appreciate that, Yolanda. You just actually triggered a whole world of thoughts. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't know if I appreciate it for real, but right now I'm gonna say I appreciate it. I'm trying to play. Okay. Yeah. You need to, you got to get into that space, beloved. Like, yo, I'm going to play this card the way, like, it's that whole dynamic. They gave me lemons. I'm going to make lemonade. Fuck the lemonade. I'm about to sell. I got a whole damn lemonade information booth. I'm going to show you how to make this lemonade. I'm selling. Okay. I ain't getting ready to sit here squeezing them damn lemons. Definitely need that video. Oh, everybody need an altar video? Okay. All right. Well, I will work on that. All right, guys, I'm getting off here because I'm tired now. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. Yes, get your shit together. Go get your shirt. I own your shit. I think that's what my shirt say. It's own your shit. Own my shit. Something like that. All right. Get y'all shirt. Get y'all products. I don't know what I got on there. I ain't even getting ready to lie to y'all. I know it's some Florida water on there at least. I do know that. All right. I will be back on here. Are we coming back on before the class?
Let's see what the spleen says.
Okay. So we'll decide whether or not y'all get another video before this class. If not, y'all won't see us. And then I'm gonna be gone for the next week. So you definitely ain't gonna see me for about a week and some change. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Goodbye.